So hi. From in the previous tutorial where I have explained the file handling in Python, when you open a text file in a read mode or read plus mode, R mode or R plus mode. In this tutorial, what I am going to teach you is how we can open a text file in write mode or W mode or W plus mode. Okay. So for that, I am using Visual Studio Code for my coding purpose. So before starting, I want to show a couple of files that I have made here. So this file, test file, here actually I am going to erase all the content. Okay, and I just want to make sure that the file actually exists. So the test file, which doesn't have any content written into it. Okay, so I just want to add few lines of content into that file here. So this code I have already written, and in this code, what I am going to do is this is going to add few content. It is going to write few lines of content, which basically is the current date and a few numbers that I am going to manually put in. So if I run the code here, it will ask a user input for where I am going to type some number, and so that is going to show the content that I have written here. Okay, so again I am typing some number here, so it is again showing the content in the next line, and a few more data I am going to add, and that is again showing going to show the content there. Yeah, that's it. So you can see that actually about 4 lines of information I have entered into the file. So initially I showed that to you that there was no content in the file. So all the 4 lines of information, they are fresh. Okay, just want to make sure if the file has been rightly written, and I will open it, and then I will see that yeah, the content that has been written here. Now we'll come back to the code here. Okay, now I want to show you so I want to show you how I can write a new content into the same file using write mode. Okay, so here I am going to open the same file in write mode, and I am going to write a new line to the file. In order for that, I have written this code here, and where I will be opening that particular text file in write mode, and I will be writing a new line to the code. I will be writing a new line to the file here. So let's see if I run the code. Yeah, you can see a tick mark here, which means so for no error, the new line, the content that I have written here, the string here, the string variable here, this has been written to the file here. Okay, so I just want to read the file. Okay, so what I am going to do is here I am going to read the file by opening the text file in read mode, and I am going to read out the content of the file here. So I just want to see what I have in the file. So if I run it, new line, okay, whatever I have written here freshly into the text file, I can see that the new line. So what happened to the previous information that or previous content that I wrote into the file? So what I will do, I will open that text file and see what happened. Oh my god, what happened to the previous content? Oh, why is it that the previous content they all were erased actually? What happened? So this is actually the limitation with the write mode. You can write a new content into the text file, but the text file, the content that you have previously written, they all will be truncated to size 0. All the content that were there before writing a new content will all get erased off. Okay. So that is why you couldn't see the previous content. Now I just want to see if I will be able to open a file in write mode, a file that doesn't exist in my directory. Okay, because actually what we saw earlier was, in the previous tutorial, if you remember, there, if you open a file in R mode or R plus mode, it is necessary that the file has to exist in the directory. You cannot open a file that doesn't exist in R mode or R plus mode. So let's see if that is the case with write mode and write plus mode. So I am going to name the file something different. File is not here. Okay, file is not here, text. So this file actually doesn't exist in my directory. So I just want to see if I am able to open this file and write something into that file or not. Okay, you can see that here you cannot see such a file. Okay, file is not here, such a text file is not present in that directory. So now what I am going to do is I am going to run. And yeah, it is printing the done. Okay, so which means there was no error at all. So this must have been written into the text file. Okay, let's see. Oh, file is not here. Okay, it is here, and the content has been written into the file. Okay. Now, if you want to read, you can actually come to the code snippet and you can open the same file. So I am going to copy the file name here and I am going to paste it here. Okay, and I am going to try to open it into the read mode, R mode, and I want to read the content. So a new line, the content that we wrote here in this code snippet, so the file has been successfully created. Even though the file didn't exist in my directory, the file has been created now, and I was able to read the content of the file here. Now, if you notice here, there is something, here actually you opened the file that doesn't exist and you wrote a new content into the file, and when you wanted to read the content of the file, you had to open the same file in read mode, and using the read function, you had to read it actually. So why is it not possible to open the file in write mode and then write a new content into the file, then read the content of the file right away without having to close the file and reopen it? Why is it so? Why do we have to close the file and reopen it in R mode and read the file content? So let's see if it is possible actually to open a new file and write a new content into the file and read the content of the file right away. We are not going to close it and open the file in read mode and read the content. Okay, even immediately after opening the file in write mode, we are writing some content into the file and then we are reading the content. So here actually I have included a seek function which makes sure that the cursor comes to the very beginning of the line. Okay, because we just want to make sure that the program is able to read it or not. So when I run the program here, oh my god, the program is going to throw an error, which is, what is that error called? It's unsupported operation, not readable, which means the content that we have written newly into the text file, it's not readable actually. We are not able to read the content of the file when the file is opened in write mode. So what can we do? So here is where the W plus mode is going to be useful or going to be helpful. Okay, so let's see if we can open. So I want to change the file here. Yeah, so here I am trying to open a new file that doesn't exist actually, and this file I am going to open it in write plus mode, W plus mode, and I am going to write a new content into the file, and then I am going to read the content of the file. So here I am not closing the file and reopening it in read mode or anything. Okay, immediately after opening the file in write plus mode, I am writing the content and I am reading the content. So let's see if it is, I am going to write something else here. I am going to write, okay, checking if I will be able to read the content. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to run it here. Wow, yeah, I'm able to read it now. Okay, so here actually after opening the file in write plus mode, I wrote the content into the file. Then yeah, I did not have to close the file and reopen it in read mode and read it actually. So right away I could actually read the content of the file here. So that is the difference between read mode and write mode and write plus mode, or W mode and W plus mode. In W mode, if you open a text file, you can actually open a file that doesn't exist. You can write a new content into the file, but when you write a new content into the file, it will truncate the file initially, which means it will erase all the pre-existing content and replace them with the newly written content. Okay, but unfortunately we won't be able to read the content right away. If you want to read, you will have to close the file, reopen it in read mode and read the file. But when it comes to the write plus mode or W plus mode, in W plus mode also you can open a new text file, the file that doesn't exist in your directory. You can open a new text file and you can write a new content into the file, and you don't have to close the file and reopen it in read mode to read the content of the file. But right away, after writing the content, you can read the content of the file here. So that's the major difference. So that's it about W mode and W plus mode. So I hope you have you will go through the video and you will try to learn from it, and you can try practicing with your own code. Okay, so yeah, so until I come up with the next tutorial about append and append plus mode. Okay, so watch the video. If you like it, let me know it in the comment section, and you may also share it with your friends. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you so much.